So life gets busy. So busy, in fact, that we forget to take the time to pause and take it all in. I'm sure all of you know exactly what I'm talking about. But what if I told you I found a secret? Right? So let me ask you a question. What's something that we have to do every day, and some people more than others? Eat. That's right. And I'm not talking about eating just anything. I'm talking about kimchi. You see, we live in a world where it's business, business, business. But kimchi allows us the permission to take time for pleasure. That's right. And I'd like to take some time to explain how my family came upon this delicacy, what it's meant to us, and how it's important, and also what kind of a variety it can add in your life as well. But before I do, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. So I'm 35 years old, I'm married, and I have a boy and a girl. I like to say that God has blessed me with a perfect balance. Now, grew up with parents that were divorced. We grew up in America. Currently, I'm in Colorado Springs, and I have an older brother and a twin brother as well. Now, like I said, I grew up in America, but I have family and friends that were traditionally Korean and spoke a lot of broken English. And I've seen firsthand what a lot of the mishaps of communication can do. So my goal and hope is to learn today what proper and effective communication looks like, and also how to engage the audience so that they would understand the message that was given, right? I like to think back on one of my favorite speakers, Denzel Washington. You know, he was speaking to Dillard University, a group of graduates. And the title and the specific theme of this speech was Put God First. Not only was the message important, but the way he delivered it was so powerful that I'm sure every person in that class hasn't forgotten it to this day, right? So if we look back to how we act day to day and we communicate, if we were to go beyond our typical scarf session and we would allow ourselves the opportunity to have more conversation, we can see what can be extended. Now, as silly as it sounds, kimchi allows for that kind of extension. With an assortment of variety, we have kimchis from bean sprouts, cucumbers, Napa cabbage, and much more. And its excitement bursts at each bite. I suppose I've taken my access to it for granted because people have a tendency to ask, how is it made? You know, I never thought about it growing up because I was never short on it. My fridge was always packed with kimchi. But then I started to think about it. And when I asked my mom, she told me that it was normal for young girls in Korea to spend time with the older ladies, to understand the customs, traditions, and the stories, and learn different recipes. Not only was that, but it was a time for them to learn how to bond, how to create memories with each other. It was more than just making a dish. And that's why kimchi is so important in my family and myself. Even though I personally don't know how to make the kimchi, when me and my mom are eating the dishes, I like to think that we're actually sitting over one of those large container dishes, doing our kimchi squat and sharing stories, bonding and experiencing things about her past that I never knew before. It allows us to connect on a deeper level. And not just me and my mom, but when I have dinner or lunch with other people and we're eating kimchi, it opens up the conversation to many different topics and allows me to bring in a lot about my culture and who I am. So sure, sitting down and eating meals with others is no amphitheater or arena, but it is the perfect breeding ground that will allow me to develop the capabilities that will get me there one day. Now I hope I was able to take you to a place tonight, a different place, and allow you access into my world. I hope that you had the opportunity to experience the same things that I do when eating kimchi, and I hope you get to share in the importance of time and tradition with someone else.